Everywhere I look, people keep talking about how AI is about to shake up every industry on the planet. But do you know what question most of us aren't asking? Are we about to get replaced by AI, or are we safe? Not just next year, but at least by 2030, when AI, humanoids and self-driving cars might be as normal as smartphones are today. There will be many industries disrupted by humanoid robots. You might wonder how this is going to play out. The likely scenario is that humanoids will be basically like kids. They will be able to learn if you show them how to do some tasks. People all over the world will teach them. Eventually, people will make apps the same way we do today for smartphones, but this time it will be for humanoids. It will be apps with the detailed instructions, for example, app for ironing, or app for doing the dishes, or app to take care of flowers, etc. Because robotics are great at handling a lot of repetitive physical tasks. Think factory lines, self-driving trucks, warehouse inventory, and so on. But then there are these tasks that are not worth creating apps for, or teaching on a big scale, like figuring out the weird rattle in the attic, or replacing the pipe in the 60 years old building, or fixing every problem in the house with the duct tape. Men will know exactly what I'm talking about. With all those variables, robots might not be so great at that for a while. Skilled humans who can adapt on the fly and use and buy and utilize weird tools to finish the tasks, they are going to be needed. Maybe some of these humanoids will be able to do that later, but not by 2030. And you might be thinking, why do I focus on businesses with the 2030 horizon? Why not next year? And that's simple. Among the 100 exponential companies that I studied, building something really valuable isn't overnight. Some of the companies got there in 3 to 5 years, but more often it takes 10 years to really get to the compounding effect of exponential growth. If you are trying to jump on some short-lived AI trend, that trend might disappear before you can even get your product or service out. Just imagine how many translation businesses were in the process of launching last year. Today, they probably understand that they have no future. Meanwhile, the businesses we are talking about today, the ones that still make sense 6, 7 and 10 years down the road. And you know what we will all have 10 years down the road? Pets. So let's not forget pet services like pet grooming and day service, pet training or veterinary care. The interesting thing is, as society grows, so do the number of previously unthinkable jobs. 100 years ago, if you told someone that you can earn money by walking dogs, they would think that you are insane. It makes you wonder what jobs will exist 100 years from now that seems unimaginable for us today. And I bet there will be a pet's personal social manager and pet theater and pet fitness coach. And you know what we will not see? A humanoid robot giving dogs a trim. And I've seen how my dog reacts to vacuum cleaners. I highly doubt that he would want humanoid giving him a trim. It's not that the humanoids will not be capable of that, but would you rather let robot clean the dishes or change your baby diapers? Also, pets like human touch. The need for reliable, kind and human-led pet services is an industry which is hard to imagine disappearing. Now, if you're watching this and thinking maybe I am the one who is chasing a short-lived trend, I put together a free 5-minute business questionnaire that will help you to figure out whether your idea can really stand the test of time. It's designed to highlight if you are building on a timeless principles, so take it if you are ready for reality check. None of us want to gamble our future on a short-lived idea. And I know it's hard to navigate all of this happening with AI, and something similar to AI already happened in the past, and we can learn from that. We can all look back to a dot-com era where the internet was born. This is the time when everyone realized this is going to change everything. And it did. There was an entrepreneur at that time who, while riding the trend of the internet, didn't really follow the crowd. Jeff Bezos didn't start a search engine, but he built a front page of the shopping mall on the internet and backed it up with the warehouses. The first thing that he sold were books. Only later, Amazon became the everything online shop. I remember watching a video where he explained how he navigated through this chaotic dot-com era. Jeff Bezos once said,
"Customers are going to want low prices 10 years from now. That's not going to change. Customers are going to want fast delivery. They're going to want big selection.
So what you build is not the technology itself. You build the values that don't change, like fast delivery and good prices, with the help of technology. People don't want to bet on the wrong idea. I certainly don't. Best businesses turn out to be timeless. And we don't even have to start big. Think about massage therapy. Even if AI can diagnose back pain or come up with a therapy worksheet, you can't replace the warmth of an actual person. A robot might be able to give you a decent massage someday, but let's be honest, would you truly feel relaxed? Probably not. Human touch is powerful, whether it's for physical therapy or counseling. There's something about some other human on the planet caring about you. It has something to do with the social part of the Maslow hierarchy of human needs. We want to feel loved, and machines aren't capable of creating this feeling. Caring for people, comforting them, or helping them heal, that's a human territory. If anything, AI might assist us in helping each other. That's a big plus for therapy, counseling, and any job that needs real empathy. There will be more and more businesses in psychological and emotional support that require empathy and genuine human connection, especially in a time when the world communicates online more than ever. And sure, an AI chatbot can talk to you, it can reason, but it can't replicate the emotional interaction with a real person who can read subtle body language and truly understand what is happening beneath. Moving on, think about every part that keeps home and car running. There are a lot of them, and once in a while, one part just stops working. I'm talking about plumbing, electrical, carpentry, and home renovation, or even automotive repair. All of these business services fall into a category of boring businesses that I made a video about recently. And the next thing humanoids and AI won't change is fashion. We will not wear humanoids, nor we will dress AI. Even in 2030, luxury brands like Louis Vuitton and Gucci and Prada will still be status symbols. Personal branding is a powerful tool that has been growing for years, and in 2030, it will be more essential than ever. The world will continue to become more connected, and we will seek even more acceptance in society through fashion and expensive accessories. Some people don't realize that LVMH, the Louis Vuitton company, is the most valuable company in Europe. So fashion, whether you like it or not, is a big part of our economy. So it only makes sense that selling human-crafted and high-quality items will remain. People can admit that creating a design or collection will never be easier, and that is true, but many people forget clothes are commodities. And Gary Vee have a great take on that.
Do you understand what this little fucking swoosh is? Yeah. This fucking sneaker is a commodity. You and I can make this right now in China, but this fucking swoosh is worth $1 trillion. Yeah. This is a commodity. You're all in the commodity business. What's not a commodity is your ability to make people know who you are.
People don't often wear things because they look the best. They wear it because it signals wealth and status. This is why we might see an expansion of fashion in general, but at the end of the day, people will incline to known brands. Brand's story, heritage, and sense of exclusivity will become even more valuable in the abundance of fashion designs. AI can replicate Leonardo da Vinci's style, but his paintings will remain the most valuable paintings. You can't replicate name, brand, or history with a one-click AI generator. And I'll be honest, trying to name businesses that are definitely going to last until 2030 was tougher than I expected, and that alone is pretty unsettling. With the way technology is headed, almost anything can be automated eventually. The more I listen to AI leaders in the space and dig into this, the more I realize that it's really just a matter of when, not if. And by the way, I'm sure that you have some good ideas, so feel free to share them in the comments. Now, there's another service people will always need even in 2030. And you might think booking a trip could be fully automated. And yes, AI agents will soon do exactly that. AI can compare prices and find flights and even personalize itineraries. But do you really want to arrive at your vacation destination and be surrounded by machines? Most of the magic in traveling comes from human interactions, talking to a local, getting spontaneous tips about a hidden restaurant, or hearing a memorable story from your hotel host. People love experiences that feels unique and handcrafted, and that's why family-run Airbnbs and boutique hotels or resorts with the genuine local staff will still thrive. It was never about moving from point A to point B. It is about emotions and moments in between. By 2030, we might have an AI-driven travel recommendations, but the human element, like the friendly host who knows your name, will always be in demand. All travel destinations from this list, like luxury retreats, wellness pass, and experiential travel packages, will keep expanding, precisely because they deliver something technology can't replicate: human warmth, authentic connections, and real-life surprises. And now onto an industry I am personally neck deep in: personal branding. Of course, right, you're watching my video, so it is obviously something I think is timeless and has an exponential future. It has been growing for years and will only accelerate in 2030. Here's what Gary Vee thinks about AI and personal brands.
Once people understand what AI agents are about to do to the world, they're gonna realize real fast how important brand is. And so to your point, I think it's a very good beacon because you think about the long tail of small businesses. You know, I don't know the math, you know probably better than I do, but I start thinking about how many hairdress salons are there in the world? Forget about America. How many private gyms are there?
AI can spit out a script, design a logo, or even mimic your style of speech, but it can't replicate your story, your personal experiences, or the trust and authenticity you build with your audience. Trust and authenticity is built through years and decades, not months. That's when people start to resonate with you. Just think of the biggest podcasters and YouTubers or authors. They aren't famous just because of the polished edits or perfect thumbnails. It sure helps, but they are known because they've built a relationship with their fans and followers that feels real. As Gary Vee says, attention is currency. You can't fake genuine connection, and you can't fully automate that know, like, trust factor. By 2030, personal brands will be bigger than ever because people will keep seeking authenticity in a world where AI content is everywhere. If you can show up, share value, and be real, people can recognize that you've put the sweat and tears into this. And that's one thing that even the smartest AI can't replicate. There are many businesses like real estate, restaurants, coffee shops, entertainment like music festivals and sports and gaming, even places like Disney parks. These aren't the only businesses that will survive, but they show you a key pattern. Humans will always seek empathy, authenticity, and hands-on experience that technology alone can provide. So if you haven't yet remembered to take the 5-minute questionnaire, whether you just start or already have a business, it's a quick check to see if you're focusing on the timeless principles. I think the largest and most underestimated industry from this video is fashion. You would be surprised how easy it is for these fashion brands to persuade us. Watch the video next to see how they do it.